God damn it! Fuck! Oh my God! 2 hours of my life. 2 hours. This better be the best ending of all time.
Some philosophical thing about you and me being the same person?
What? No. No!
Hi, I'm Aaron Justin Bryan from Table 9's Entertainment, and this is The Naked Truth. At The Naked Truth, nakedness is the best. And if you're fully clothed, you're terrible. That's how we score things. Bye.
There is only one game, in my knowledge, that exceeds this in the area of disappointment. But we can talk about that another time. Okay, here's the goddamn overview. So Bound by Flame starts off, interesting enough, with Vulcan, your basic bitch, gruff voice, foul-mouthed mercenary. He's the powder master for the Freeborn Blades. Let's start here. You think as an explosives expert, there would be more than one kind of fucking bomb, right? No. No, there's only one, and you can't even really make it that much better. Let's continue on. The game puts you in an impossible situation with hordes of undead marching towards you as your mercenary friends and the men who hired you do your best to survive the coming onslaught by defending the Red Scribes while they perform a mystical ritual. Of course, this doesn't go as expected, and you are now the proud owner of a demon who is part of the world's energy core. If you're even slightly interesting as a human being, you're probably going to go the route where you power up the abilities the demon gives you. But in the end, those abilities are just playstyles. Let's talk about that real quick. There are 3 primary styles of play: the warrior, the ranger, and the pyromancer. The warrior is heavy-handed and has a lot of tank abilities. The ranger is a sprightly stabby stabber with stealth elements in it, and the pyromancer is a spellslinger. I like melee combat in a lot of games, but here it feels basic and repetitive, much like the crafting system. The ranger style is more fluid than the warrior, but at the same time still stale. The pyromancer, while having more interesting options, doesn't feel like it's different enough or thoughtful enough for the quote-unquote mage of the game. Though I suppose that all goes with Vulcan's personality, of which to say there is little. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. Let's go back to this game. After you absorb creepy Uncle Touchy the Demon, you're sent to a forest swamp region, which, no matter where you explore in it, all of it feels like a narrow and bland corridor of green and brown. And there's only 2 types of monsters you'll meet, and one sentient obstacle, I suppose. It's here that you can finally get into some role-playing meat by interacting with the characters that you will immediately not want to interact with ever again. There are about 5 characters you can meet and interact with throughout the game, and they are all poorly written with personalities as interesting as wet toilet paper, though I dare say you could have more fun with the toilet paper throwing it at a wall. There's Sybil, the daughter of the leader of the Red Scribes. She's meant to come off, I believe, as meek and full of hope for the world that always seems doomed. However, she ends up seeming obsessed with books you can never even read. Then there is Ranval, the knight. I hope one day I can meet the writer for this character, so I can show them how fucking annoying it is to listen to someone who takes themselves seriously as they speak in the third person all the time. I thought it would be okay because for a short while he interested me, being a warrior of an order composed of nothing but other warriors who original orders died. This was to no avail, as by the third conversation I wanted to use my demonic power to burn his stupid face off. Hrelmar is your typical elf bowman who hates humans, blah blah, Dragon Age, blah blah, Lord of the Ring, blah. I really have little more to say about him. Edwin was sufferable as she was odd enough and interesting enough to cut through most of the filler, bog, stupidity, and mold formed by the others. She's a powerful mage that seems to have aspirations to become like the Ice Lords, the main antagonists and necromancers, raising the army, while still wanting to help the main cast. Mathras was surprisingly interesting, but ultimately a failure of execution on an interesting idea. He is an undying spirit that inhabits bodies and lives off the energies they provide. He has lived for a total of 6,000 years, meaning he has gone through a lot, and you would think it was interesting to talk about, but he speaks a little of his past. While in the swamp, you are given a few quests to do, which lead you to meeting Edwin and learning the Red Scribe leader was holding her hostage to learn more magic, while also feeding a well-designed werewolf plant demon thing. It was a little cool. After that, Edwin kills the leader of the scribes, and then you learn the people in the camp are being mind-controlled. This leads you to a vampire. I think it's here you can choose to let the demon give you more power or rely on your human companions. It makes a very slight difference in the ending of the game. After this encounter, you're taken to the second act, which is in a small ice cavern near the elves' capital city. Your main goal here is to figure a way around, or in the city to find the king, or to find a way to infiltrate one of the Ice Lord's lairs. Through this act, you meet Mathras. This act is quickly finished, though, leading the Prince of the Elves to die, even though no one gave a damn anyway. Except for Relmar, maybe, but I hated him too. You go to the innards of the castle, which the most cunning, insert forgettable name here, Ice Lord, has taken over for himself. It is now infested, and you have to kill 3 of his sexual concubine, and then 1 more during this time. You can save your companions from dying, which I did, but only because I'm not an asshole, even though I sincerely hoped they would die. During this time, if you somehow have talked enough to a female or male that is romanceable, they will kiss you in what is one of the most awkward and forced romance scenes I've seen in a game. Finally, after getting through the fuck guards, you face Ice Lord Blackstorm, brother to the other Ice Lords, Ice Cube, Mixmaster Ice, Just Ice, Vanilla Ice, Ice Tea, Ice Ice Baby. Look it up, most of the names are ice related. It's pretty dumb. You fight him and are then able to go through the portal to the World Heart, the font of all magic and the source of my complete and utter cripplingly high blood rate because of the world's most annoying boss fight. 2 boring and spam-filled hours of hatred and wanting to strangle something. You fight your demons, inner self, I guess. It's never really explained, and what they do explain is explained badly.
And the thing that makes it worse is their dragon looks like a literal turd! Look!
During the end cutscene, they talk about it like it was the Game of Thrones dragon, where they dropped hints all game that it was important, but no, it wasn't. It was annoying. They made 1 mention of dragons being connected to the World Heart early in the game, but the comment was so offhanded it seemed unimportant to the plot. The final cutscene is a slap to the face. No matter what you choose, it feels unfinished, except for the 1 cutscene where Mathras narrates your story like it was an epic legend.
And now we're done with this overview. Its writing is often awkward. It makes Vulcan try to be a badass, but Cuntburger, it just comes off as odd. It's like the writer felt he needed to put in extra curse words to make the game sound edgier. And while the monster design and the bosses are pretty cool at first, it feels like they're overused a lot, and it just ends up getting boring. Sadly, fighting them never felt epic or cool, more like a chore that had to be done. And beyond that, the crafting system is just lackluster. You only get to make 1 kind of explosive trap, 1 type of arrow, 1 type of potion for mana, and 1 for health. Come on, that's just nothing. Furthermore, the strategy for most bosses is to spam attacks and chug potions. No, that's it. That's the biggest boss fight at the end. The boss fight with the demon who did the stupid philosophical shit is just spamming potions and attacks! But I digress. 2, 3. Simply put, this is a prime example of the poorest kind of execution. It just felt lazy the entire way. You can just tell by looking around an environment. Most of the NPCs don't even have idle animations. They're just standing there like frozen objects. Just look. 2, 3, go. Hi. Do you sell things? Do you do anything around the camp? Hello? 2, 3. This is immersion breaking, to say the least. In the end, with poor writing, poor gameplay, poor story, I can't give this game anything other than a hat, scarf, and fully clothed. My name is Aaron Justin Bryant from Table Knights Entertainment, and this is The Naked Truth.